Nessa girl, I ain't gonna get in here and hold you too long because I got a dinner meeting with the network at 8. Catch. But, let me start out by saying this. Married to Medicine, y'all gonna have to get this schedule together. I'm not liking it on Friday night, and here's why. It come on from 8 to 9. Honestly and truthfully, I really feel like the Married to Medicine audience, the, people who work, may or may not have a degree, got a family. I feel like on Friday night at 8 o'clock, people who got an ounce of life are out and about, either at the movies with their kids or doing something. So it makes it awkward for me to want to call y'all on Friday. Saturday don't make sense because ain't nobody sitting up on the internet watching no damn TV on Saturday. Sunday don't make sense because everybody at church. Then Monday roll around and it's like, okay, when Monday rolls around, Housewives of Atlanta becomes first priority. Then we 3 days off from when Married to Medicine originally came on. Yeah, they play it again after Housewives. It's just weird. I don't know. I want them to move it back. But y'all, this episode of Married to Medicine, it held my attention towards the end, not in the beginning, much like Housewives. So I'm going to do this a little backwards because I just rewatched it and I'm going to start from what's closest to my mind and what gave me the most guttural and emotional response. So let's talk about this argument with Dr. G and Quad. I'm going to tell you something. Ladies, their argument was a prime example of something I want y'all to pay attention to and the differences between the way men and women communicate. Okay? I'm not going to speak on who is wrong and what I think because I don't know, and at the end of the day, it ain't my damn business. But I'll say this. When Dr. G sat down and said to Quad, please tell me exactly what it is for you that you need in order to feel emotionally supported. I don't give a good goddamn what she's saying. I don't give a shit how she feel. She made the wrong move by saying, let me go upstairs and get this Venn diagram or this science report board or this book report of all the shit. First of all, as a man, it comes off two ways. Number one, it comes off as, you must be full of shit because I'm asking you. And if you so damn unhappy and so damn this and this and you living in this unhappy space, then you should be able to rattle off without assistance from props what you're feeling and what's wrong. That's how, I'm not saying that's what it is. That is the way men process things. Then the second way men process it, and it's also insulting because it says, damn bitch, I'm that damn bad. You keeping a file on me somewhere? So that would easily put any man on the defensive. And I don't think Quad's intentions were poor. I don't think she was trying to read her husband. I just think men and women communicate differently. And this was just a prime example about, to point out how the way men and women communicate, and it comes to a crossroads where, I will say this at the very end of the day, looking at that argument, I totally feel where Dr. G's coming from. I'm asking you flat out what it is you need, and you skirting around and got to go upstairs and get papers and receipts, and Gary, anyway, I'm sitting, I don't got spruced up again because while I'm talking to y'all in my mind, I'm like, okay, where you going next? I'm going to Mariah Mama next, honey. Yes, honey, I'm sitting up here looking like Miss Lucy season 1. But that's all right, honey, because I'm going to look like Miss Lucy season 6 when I get dressed for this meeting as soon as I get off the phone with you. I'm going to tell you one thing, and y'all help me understand this in the comments. One thing that I don't like what Lucy do, I feel like no matter what you say to Lucy about the situation or about her daughter, she gonna automatically say that everybody's jealous of Mariah, everybody wrong, they intimidated. And I think part of Mariah's problem on this show is that the people who are closest to her are blowing a lot of smoke up her ass and not being as unbiased as they can be. Now, don't get me wrong, and yes, I don't have kids, but I know that it is a parent's natural, guttural response to think the utmost of their kids, to want to protect their kids, and to build them up. And I'm not knocking Lucy for any of that, but I said that to say this. That being said, you know your child better than anybody on this damn show. You know the things that fall within the realm of her character and the things that don't. It ain't nothing wrong every now and again looking at your own child and being like, you know, well, baby, let's explore some of the things that you may have done to make some of these ladies feel this way. I'm going to move on from it because y'all swear I just got a thing for Miss Mariah because I'm friends with Quad, and that so is not what it is. It's just I see things, I see what I see, and I might know some things that y'all don't know, and maybe that's what the problem is. And I can't violate certain trust by telling everything I know. But I will say this. This is the next guttural response that I had. That scene that they did in the room, the forgiveness ceremony, when they were, you know, when Heavenly was like, well, do you forgive or do you not? It's been 5 years. Now, the shit was funny, and it is kind of true, because on the surface and being somebody not a part of it, you like, damn, girl, let it go. But I'll say this, and I'm going to tell a bit of my business, okay? Y'all have walked there. Y'all have been there. Y'all witnessed me have a public falling out with a friend. You can't put a time limit on when somebody should get over some shit. And I'm trying to be PC about it, but let me just keep it real. It ain't nothing nobody could ever do or say to ever make me talk to that girl again. I will never in fucking life talk to her again. I don't wish no bad on her. I just have no interest. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, she probably feels the same way about me, and that is okay. I just trying to think, if we were in a group setting and people were trying to force me to forge a relationship with somebody that I don't want to forge a relationship with, that shit would annoy me to my core. And quite frankly, I am sorry. People can be hurt to a magnitude in which they don't ever want to have nothing to do with a person again. That does exist. So I think being cordial is as much of a progression as those two need. It feels as if the group is trying to make the whole group be this one cohesive group again. Oh, girl, and it's in the past and yada, yada, yada. Let me tell you one thing. You can forget the things people have said to you. You can forget the things people have done to you, but you will never forget the way they made you feel. And there's no amount of apology. I'm sorry, I've changed, I've prayed, there's no amount of that can ever reverse the way you felt during those downtime. So, seeing what transpired between Mariah and Quad, seeing how close they once were, understanding some things about the friendship, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I just have no interest in being her friend again. I'm gonna leave it at that. Speaking about praying, y'all, when Dr. Heavenly walked out that voodoo room and went outside and started crying, I was like, you know what? This is the first time in a long time that we've seen Dr. Heavenly drop her heavenly character and just gave us a real damn scene. Like, Heavenly ass really felt something in her soul and in her spirit in that voodoo room. Here's what I'm gonna say. My best friend is very into the church. He's actually in theology school right now, so he and I have very deep discussions about religion. Y'all have accused me in the past of not believing in God and being an atheist, and it annoys me to no end, but then I had to understand where that comes from. And it lends itself to one of my core issues with Christianity. Christianity positions itself as the number one it religion, and if you're not a Christian, then off rip, you don't believe in God, you going to hell, and everything about you is just wrong and not right. Christian is the only way, and my Jesus is the only way. I don't believe in that. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I don't think the religion is a bullshit. I don't think people praying to Jesus is bullshit. I think positioning yourself as if it's your religion or no religion, I really think that's a bunch of damn bullshit. The world is so big, there's so many different religions, and you cannot tell me that the little Aborigine people in the rainforest who don't know what a Bible is, who don't know what Jesus is, you cannot tell me because they have not professed Jesus Christ to be their Lord and Savior that they're going to hell. Newsflash, everybody has not been exposed to Jesus. Everybody does not practice, pray, or use the Bible as their spiritual tool. Therefore, the Bible and white Jesus cannot be the only way to the promised land. Now, I don't want to turn this into a religious debate, but in my own study, doing my own walk, I've come to realize that Voodoo is a religion that has been unfairly propagated and has people believing that it's this deep. The minute we hear Voodoo, we shut down. Me and my best friend were having a conversation the other day because I was watching a documentary on Vice on YouTube about Voodoo. And, you know, the Voodoo lady did say there are people who practice good magic and bad magic. So let's make a Christian belief. There are people who practice good Christianity and there's people who practice to the devil. Same parallel can be drawn. Christianity can be used for bad too. And subconsciously and unconsciously, more times it's used to oppress than it is to uplift. And that's just true tea, okay? The church supposed to be the damn place you can go to feel good about yourself and get some spiritual clarity and to be uplifted and get through what you're going through. But I can't go to the church and say, oh, I think I'm gay and I'm thinking I'm liking boys, this, that, and the third, and not be ostracized. Y'all can argue it all you want. It's the fucking truth. So Christianity and white Jesus in the Bible can be used to in a black magic kind of way too. Quiet as it's kept is what kept our ass bound in slavery for so long. But we ain't even gonna have that conversation. The parallel that I want to draw is the lady on the voodoo thing said during the voodoo seance they invoke spirits. So if they want and I'm just using this as an example, the prosperity spirit or the wealth spirit or the food spirit, they invoke and then they start doing this. Okay, and while in this trance-like thing being invoked by the spirit and the spirit embodying them, they have no recollection of what's going on, and the spirit takes over and uses them. Sounds like the Holy Ghost to me. Same scenario. You here praying and worshiping, before you know it, oh, thank you. Something is in your spirit. It really sounds the exact same to me. Actually, the two sound like derivatives of one master religion way back at some point. Not to mention religions like Voodoo most closely resemble what it is we practice back in Africa. Again, this was not meant to be a history lesson, and just one in we gotta stop being so closed-minded about things. And in 2017, I think we should be a little more evolved in our thinking, to not hear a word and then automatically think serpent in the rainbow. Now, I commend Heavenly because she did go out of her comfort zone and go into the shop and I feel like she was taking in the aspects of it, that this is, that the historical context. I feel like she was taking that in. I do feel like Simone was doing way too much with the whole, let's bring this back to a room full of Christian women and you gotta fuck them slow, Simone. And quite frankly, Simone, you kept trying to force that shit on Heavenly. It really didn't even feel organic on your part. It really felt like somebody told you, y'all gotta be in this voodoo room for 15 minutes and figure out a way to keep her in this room for 15 minutes. That's really what it felt like, and it backfired in the end. Cause Simone, you knew that your ass wouldn't be down with that bullshit too. And y'all relationships ain't that damn fractured where y'all need a damn witch doctor to come in and pray for y'all. Quiet as it's kept, they that damn fractured. You just need to stop fucking with a bitch. I don't understand with these reality TV hoes. I have no problem telling the bitch, I don't like you, I'm never gonna like you, and I don't wanna like you. So stop trying to forge relationships. Like, I would just scream that every damn scene and make these hoes leave me alone. Iyanla Vanzant said it best. She said, if something is not working, why insist it does? Okay, it ain't working. Hoes don't want to be certain hoes' friends. Hoes don't like certain hoes' personalities. Like, fuck yeah, we gotta work and do this show together, but let that hoe stay her ass over here. I wave when I come in and just let it be that. Let it be that. Because honestly and truthfully, and I'm just gonna say this, if Quad and Mariah, let's just say for the sake of the show, they just decided, okay, let's be friends again. Listen, whatever personality traits that exist in both of those women that led their relationship to get to where it is now, those traits are still there. People do not change fundamentally, and they damn sure don't do it overnight. You know what I'm saying? Those core competencies that people have in themselves, those things don't change. Now, the way they manifest themselves can, but if a bitch got a jealous spirit, if a bitch got entitlement issues, if a bitch got self-esteem issues, those types of things don't change, especially amongst women their age and women who have the monetary resources to insulate themselves with the type of people and energy that they want to further their bullshit. They don't change. So y'all stop trying to forge that. Other than that, marriage medicine, y'all got it going on. I like when Dr. Jackie said to Contessa, basically, she said, Contessa, you part of this group and you'll be here next season because you got the stuff and you passed the test. It goes to show that unconsciously these groups of women put other women through these hazing processes. And it's so funny because with big, I don't want to call them bullies, but with people like Nene Leakes, Deb, Adney, Heavenly, after you get in their ass one good time, you had no more problem. After Contessa told Heavenly, shut the fuck up, Heavenly ass, no, go bark up another motherfucking tree, because, not the one. Anyway, y'all, Married to Medicine, I didn't think I was going to have nothing to talk about. I guess I really didn't talk about the show and I talked more about life. But let me get in here and get it together. Now, I'll call you later, good. Bye.